Here we go. Welcome to the Garden of Eden, Garden of Strength. Welcome to another Live Lifts. Dr. James in the session. Thumbs up on the video if the audio is okay. Thank you, as usual. We'll leave this here, in fact. Space, safety. Yes. Lovely. Let's get this camera right. Beautiful. Fantastic. Right, I've done the warm-up as usual, off screen. And I'm nice and warm. And what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day to get strong, hey? Session in the sun. Training in the sun, amazing. Lucky, aren't we? And I found a really good research article on temperature. I mentioned in the last video, which is called How to Start Strength Training. I mentioned in that video about overheating, about temperature, staying warm. And I found a nice research article on it, and I'm going to discuss it. I'm going to put a review on it and see what the evidence says, because I'm sure it's going to help us learn about temperature regulation, homeostasis in the body, and overheating. It's important to get warm and stay warm, but you don't overheat. So I need to look at the evidence behind it. I'm interested to learn that as well. So what are we doing today? So welcome back to another Live Lifts. What we are doing today in the sun, we are going to do some deadlifts. Then we're going to get the tractor tire, the giant tractor tire. Then we're going to get some bench press done. I don't think we can do the bench press outside, but we might be able to do some Atlas lifts actually. Could just do a big day of heavy lifting, couldn't we? I was going to do some bench press as well. We have to go inside for the bench press. So I'm going to do the first set. So I've just warmed up. So I'm going to warm up now on the exercise I'm going to do, which is deadlifts. Got Francis in the chat. Hello, Francis. Welcome. Thumbs up on the video, please, Francis, if the audio is good. Francis has asked a good question. And remember, guys, because I'm training, sometimes I won't always be able to get back to all questions because I'm focused on actually doing the session, which is the right thing to do. But I will always read the chat and get back to you. In the next live stream, I will answer the questions from the previous live stream, just purely for practical point of view. But Francis has asked today, is it possible to get in your best shape in 90 days? Which is 3 months. The truth to that is, if you're already in good shape and pretty fit, I think 3 months is adequate time for you to peak, to get back. If you're already in shape, I think 3 months is optimal really to get yourself really in nice condition. I think if you're out of shape and you're just starting, or you've not trained for a while, I think you're going to need longer than that. But it depends on what you're trying to achieve as well. So if you're going for a competition, if you're trying to lose weight, get stronger, I think those things take time. I think they're long-term projects that you need to commit to and stay disciplined for. I think the work is easy, to be honest. I think going to the gym is easy. I think, wanting to achieve the objective is easy. I think the discipline of consistency, of actually sticking to what you're saying, to what you're going to do, whether that's diet or a training regime, a training program, or a diet, or a plan. I think the consistency is much more important than any kind of, the discipline and the consistency is going to be the one that really moves the needle for you. Still warming up. 60 on the bar. So I feel well recovered from the last session, which was squats. I think that 72 hours there has really been fantastic. 48 hours has been absolutely brilliant to recover. So that means the session was pitched at the right level, because your recovery is equally important. Just going to check the audio. Thumbs up on the video if the audio, fantastic guys. Thumbs up on the video for the audio. There's a couple of live streams that I've done where the audio has been, when we were piloting, when I was testing the streams out, or audio didn't really work. But now I figured it out. So I'm putting some flat shoes on, still warming up. Putting some flat shoes on. So there's running shoes. I see people deadlifting in running shoes all the time, and I just find it like you can never really achieve optimal deadlift technique if you're in running trainers. Running trainers are made to facilitate your heel strike to the floor, and mid-foot, mid-stance, and then toe off phases of your gait or your gait pattern or your walking pattern. They're made to make that as economic as possible. They've done, I remember there's some guys at university actually, and they did a study on pressure points through the foot. Very easy to measure. They were podiatrists and physios and so on, and they looked at all the hot spots in the foot where we actually put pressure through it. Yeah, there's thousands of studies on that. I mean, all the top shoe manufacturers have looked at all the data. So they build running trainers in a specific way, and they're not made for deadlifting. They're not made for deadlifting, guys. Fresh news. Groundbreaking scientific evidence. Running trainers are not made for running, not made for deadlifting. They're not made for deadlifting. Would you believe it? The clue is in the name. We just need Dr. James deadlift trainers. That's what we need. If anybody out there wants to create that, that'd be great. Deadlift trainers with Dr. J. Right, second warm-up set. Flat trainers on now, so beautiful. So that feels glorious. Whew, beautiful day. Hey, look, so what am I doing? I'm still warming up. I'm gonna put a little bit more weight on the bar. Warm-up's so important. We mentioned last time from a muscles and tendons point of view, and feeling like you got a light sweat on, but also from a strength point of view in terms of your body and your central nervous system. You've got to get that charged up. You've got to recruit as much neuromuscular recruitment as possible. Getting warm now. More weights. I think we need some more weights. So, just a little breather between the working sets. session outside in the sun. What a lucky guy. Considering the weather in August was just drastic. Promise you. I mean, I got back from beautiful sunny Ibiza and we were running every day, cycling every day, swimming in the sea every day in Ibiza. Gorgeous, very fit, very healthy holiday. Come back and it rained here for a month. I was like, get me back, you know. But to train outside in the sun, if you've got a gym that facilitates that, obviously I go to the greatest gym in the world because it's just amazing, and we can train outside, especially when we get a bit of nice weather. So more weights, more weights, more weights, more weights. Next set coming up. Couple of 10s. So we're up to 80 on the bar. Again, start of the season, start of strength season now. Trial and error. I don't know what my optimal weight is because it's the first time I've done heavy deadlift for a long time. So I've not done heavy deadlift for about 5 months, 6 months. So again, no ego, absolutely no ego. And I've just got to trial and error what I think would be my optimal, what I think is going to be my optimal weight. That's good, sits a bit better. Ooh. The microphone on, right, good. Still warming up, guys. 80 on the bar. If your hand's getting a bit sweaty, you're all right to put a bit of chalk on. A little bit of chalk on as well. If your hands get a bit sweaty, it's all right to put a bit of chalk on. Let that dry up. Another set. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Supporting the stream in the early days, very important. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Okay, another set. Here we go. Nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, good. So just an 8 rep there. Ooh. Just an 8 reps. Still warming up. Everything feels nice and tight. So, little breather. You can see how I've got everything nice and tight. Everything. Abs engaged. Arms nice and straight, locked out of the bottom. I'm almost hanging off the bar. I'm pulling it to keep my back up nice and straight. I'm almost hanging on the bar as my arms are locked out. I'm almost hanging on the bar and pulling it into my shins to keep that back nice and straight. Whew. It's getting a bit warm. So here we go. It was getting hot, wasn't it? So, here we go. So you're almost going to be pulling from this side view. You're almost going to be arms locked out straight. Deep down, deep squat down, bend your knees. And you're almost pulling that bar into your shins. I can almost hang back on that and pull it into my shins, lock my arms out, but stick my bum out and keep my back straight. That's your optimal position to start from. There's far too many guys and girls, sorry, guys and girls, people in general, don't start from that. So people in general don't start from that optimal position, and already either their hips are too high, their back is bent, combination of both of those things. Now, guys, deadlift is not easy. It is not an easy exercise, and it takes a long, long time to learn it, a long time. It took me years. It took me years, not weeks, months, or days. It took me years to get the correct technique. Years. And it wasn't until I met a dear friend of mine in London called Francis. Wonderful guy, beautiful guy. And you know, he really helped my deadlift technique come on. And again, no ego, guys. I think at the time I was deadlifting around, I was a young guy. I must have been about 24, 25. And I must have been deadlifting 120, 130, not much, just, you know, just for fun. Just a young guy training, getting strong. And you know what? Francis helped me. And he showed me the proper technique. Now, I wasn't bending my back, but the thing that I was doing wrong was I wasn't using my legs enough during my deadlift as a young guy. I wasn't using my legs enough. Because misconception is that the deadlift is a back exercise. It's actually not. It's a legs exercise mainly. So what I've done today is I've actually made special effort to warm up my hamstrings, as well as my lower back, as well as my adductor muscles, because all these things are going to be engaged when I'm doing the deadlift. So Francis really helped me. Now, no ego involved. What I had to do to get the right technique, I had to drop my weight right down from 120, 130 kilos. I had to drop it down to 70 kilos, almost half the weight. I had to half the weight just to pretty much start again, just so I could get the right technique for deadlift. So if you've got to do that, don't have an ego about it. Protect yourself, and I think Francis saved and prolonged my lifting career, because if I hadn't corrected those techniques from an early day, I would have carried on those bad habits for much, much longer. So get your technique right. It's a hard exercise. Deadlift is the hardest exercise to do. It works. I remember when I first started doing it correctly with Francis, I could feel all my shoulders, I could feel my chest, I could feel all my abs working. Everything was engaged. So take the time to do it right, and it'll protect your back, it'll protect you for the long term. Not a lot of people can do deadlift properly. Not a lot of people do deadlift. If you have a look around the gym, you get your like hardcore deadlifters who do it all the time, but don't do much else. You get people who dip in, dip out, and you get people who do it, but do it incorrectly, and you get people who just completely avoid it. And I can see why they completely avoid it. It's a hard exercise. So drop the weight, get the technique right, keep everything nice and tight, get a coach if you need to, but make sure you get someone who knows what they're talking about from a biomechanical point of view. And make sure you speak to someone who's not got an injury. Make sure you speak to someone who's not got a bad back, because there's a reason why they got a bad back. So more weight, another few 20s. Bump. So yeah, make sure you get a good coach who knows what they're talking about, who's safe. Safety. No ego. Drop the weight down if you need to. Drop the weight down if you need to. Let it go. You can always build back up, and you come back stronger. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thumbs up on the video if the audio's good. If you can hear the audio nice and loud and clear. Appreciate it. Let's go this way. So you can see technique now from the side. So, watch how I lock out my arms. Nice and warm now, nice and tight. Hanging back. All through the legs. Legs exercise. Gorgeous. Everything feels so smooth. When that motor pattern comes together, the legs are kicking in, legs are doing all the driving work. When that motor pattern comes together, everything charges up. Your spine is nice and stable. Your abs are holding your spine together. Really stable, beautiful. So yeah, big shout and a big thanks to Francis, who taught me drop that weight down, get that technique right. And I built back up on the deadlift after that. So I dropped it down to 70 and we ended up building right back up. And I was able to build up stronger and put on more weight than I ever could and get the benefit of the exercise because my technique was so much better. So bear that in mind. You might have to take a step back to take 4 or 5 steps forward. So we're nice and warm now. Still warming up. Still warming up. 120 going on. Still warming up. Nice and warm. I think I'm going to go for, yeah, maybe might try 135, 140. Yeah. Let's get a different angle. Here we go. Beautiful. Just there, it's just nice. So, a lot of guys avoid deadlifts because they don't know how to do it properly or they haven't been taught properly from a young age. That goes for young guys and young girls as well. If you're trying to get stronger, your physique will benefit from it as well. You're not going to go bulky. You're not going to, if you're a young girl, you're not going to look like a guy. You're not going to look like a, bloke. If you're a young guy, you're going to stay looking athletic. Whatever your gender is, you're going to stay looking athletic if you get the technique right from a young age. And you do deadlifts from a young age safely. Safety. Big return on investment from this exercise, but you have to learn it properly. And if you don't learn it properly from a young age as well, you might avoid it for the rest of your training, and it will leave gaps in your abilities. It'll leave gaps in your strength abilities. It will leave gaps in the development of your lower back. Okay, another set. Still warming up. I think I need some clips. So here we go, clips on, safety. So nothing sliding around. Let's do another set. Everything nice and tight. My feet are kind of hip width apart, slightly turned out. That's the proper way, best way, safe way. 4 reps there, good. So I'm ready now to go into my working set. So we're going to go up slightly on the weight. I think we go for 140. I think we'll be all right with that. We'll do our 3 sets, 140. More weights, get some more weights. Ah, yeah. So if you're just starting off, I highly recommend do the deadlifts. Definitely do the deadlifts. Start off learning properly. And if you're going too heavy, tell a friend as well. Friends will want to push. Oh yeah, put some more weight on. Do a heavier deadlift. Go heavier. Yeah, let them guys do that. You know. You stick with your own limitations and build up very slowly. Don't need to go heavy. Because the heavier you go, the harder it is to appreciate the proper technique, feeling the benefit of the exercise, and spending that time under tension as well. You'll be able to hold onto the bar for longer. You'll be able to work through the motor pattern more smoother. And you get everything charged up. Bend your knees. Again, watch your back while you're loading things up as well, you know. So we're going for a 140 top set. Start of the season. So tell a friend as well. If you see a friend deadlifting incorrectly, bending their back, struggling, or, you know, just generally just trying to do more than they can to maybe impress or overload, don't do it. It's not worth it. Build up very slowly. Sometimes you'll see over the coming sessions, over the coming weeks, you'll see how perhaps sometimes I might only add 1 kilo. I might only add 2.5 kilos, 5 kilos, 2.5 kilos, 1 kilo. Because the progress is got to be steady, slow and steady. And sometimes adding only 1 or 2 kilos can make all the difference as well. Sometimes it's enough of a challenge to stimulate you and still grow and still progress. And by going up a more of a slow increment as well, you're less likely to hit a plateau. You'll be able to progress for longer over the months of the training. So I think we're ready for another set. Remember, I mentioned the ACSM guidelines in the last video, and good evidence to back that up. 3 to 5 minutes rest is really, really smooth, really tidy. I tend to take 3 minutes, particularly at this time of the year. And if you follow the progress, you'll see that sometimes I may take a little bit longer if I need it. Okay, let's do another set. Thumbs up in the vid if the audio is good. Thumbs up, guys. And also, please let me know your experiences of deadlifting. Here we go. Nice and tight. Ooh. First set, first working set, always rough. Always rough. Second set as well, sometimes rough. I mentioned in the how to start strength training video that sometimes even by the third set, you're still feeling your body charge up. Exactly the same for doing deadlifts. You're still feeling your body really charge up. Neurological recruitment. Whew. Beautiful. Right, water break. 3 minutes, guys. Quick water break. Thumbs up in the vid. Thank you, guys. Thumbs up in the vid. Good audio. Water break. We get a new angle. Fantastic. So we're going to do some interesting exercises after this as well. We do some tire flips. Fantastic. Lovely, jubbly. Awesome. A nice, long, strong warm-up. Another set coming up. Quick breather. So this reason is, it's the reason why we strengthen the biceps as well. You'd have noticed last time I did some isolation work on the biceps. And I think during the strength work, it's vitally important to strengthen the biceps as well. They will be worked during your deadlift and your chin-ups. Atlas stone pickup, you use your biceps a lot. But I think it's important to strengthen them individually as well with strength training, not with hypertrophy type training, not with bodybuilding type training, through a strength pathway. Because you don't want to tear your bicep, you don't want to rupture your bicep doing something like deadlift or tire flip or Atlas stone carry. So you've got to keep the biceps nice and strong as well. Some of the Zercher squats as well. I've got some videos doing the Zercher squats. You don't want to pop your bicep off. So injury prevention type training as well. Right, another set. Yeah. All driven through the legs. So you remember what I mentioned a moment ago about doing the warm-up? Before I started this, my warm-up today consisted of also warming up the hamstring muscles. And when you do that, as you're pulling through the deadlift, you can really feel that posterior chain, your glutes, your hamstrings really firing off. And that's going to be helpful and protective for your lower back. Remember, your hamstrings are extremely powerful and explosive. And the origin is on something called the ischial tuberosity, which is the bone that we sit our bums on, really. You've got nice, thick aponeurosis, which is a fancy name for attachment, to the bone on the ischial tuberosity. Very powerful, very explosive. As is the gluteus maximus, medius minimus. All attach over the hip joint, over the pelvis, to the left. If they are charged up and firing off, they will help to bring this hip and lower back movement nice and secure. If they're not charged up and not switched on, your lower back is going to be doing all the work, and you don't want that. So that's why you have to stabilize with your lower back and then work through your hamstrings and glutes and quads, pulling up through the legs. If your back is doing all the work because your legs aren't engaged, your legs aren't involved in the deadlift, you're going to ask for trouble in your lower back. And you don't want to be hinging, you don't really want to be hinging at the hips, bringing that deadlift up like this. You want to be coming through the hip. My back is actually not moving at all, it's actually straight, pulling through. There will be a little bit of flexion, as in spine straight, hip flexion, but we're not actually flexing the spine. And we're certainly not going to be in this type of position. And we're certainly not going to be in this sumo position. Absolutely not, ever. We'll save that discussion for another day. But no sumos. With the sumo is so wide, your sumo is so wide, you've completely lost your mechanical advantage. Your hamstrings can't really work effectively, your glutes can't work effectively, so you're doing it all through your back, as I've just mentioned. That's why if we bring the legs in, shoulder width apart, in this position now, we're getting maximal mechanical efficiency from our hamstrings and our glutes to pull through. But in this sumo position, we've almost switched the hamstrings and the glutes off completely. That's why it's easier. That's why you can go really heavy, but it's dangerous. You'll hurt your lower back. So avoid the sumo lifts. Anyone trying to sell you a gimmick or get you into doing the sumos, forget about it. There's no shortcuts to success. There's no shortcuts to progress and hard work. Stick with the classics, stick with the basics. Next set coming up. Your hamstring and glutes are always going to be more powerful than your lower back, purely because the power of the muscle is measured by the cross-sectional area of the muscle and its length of its fibers, and the sarcomeres cross over, number of sarcomeres engaged, and they're always going to be thicker, longer in a cross-sectional area and length than your lower back, as is the glutes. There was also something I wanted to correct as well. In the last video, how to start strength training, I mentioned about the sacroiliac joint. I want to make a small correction. I said it was a syndesmosis joint. It's not. I made that mistake. Syndesmosis joints are more in the skull, where bones fuse are in the teeth. The sacroiliac joint is a synovial plane joint, held together by strong ligaments. So it's a synovial joint. It's a plane joint, means it's flat. Flat joint. Minimal movement there, not much at all. But it's important to protect it and look after the muscles and ligaments around that area. Another set. Nice and tight, nice and deep. Always going deep. This will be the third set now. This will be the last set, all right? Oh, that was tough. Okay, let's break this down. We'll do another exercise. What a great day to get strong in the sun, hey? Woo. I'll show you a tip as well to save your back when you're taking off and unloading a heavy bar. Tips for unloading a heavy bar. Save your back, because remember, bending over and lifting heavy things, particularly when they're loaded and twisted, it's going to hurt your spine. So take off the clips, remove one end. See here, my position is good and safe. And then tip the bar up and take the sword out the stone. And that's really satisfying. And it's off, it's clear down the bar, dead easy. Save your back, save time and energy. Whew. Okay, let's get this tidied up. So next we're going to do some tire flips. Amazing exercise. Beautiful. Always tidy your weights away, guys. Nice and tidy. So yeah, no more sumos. No more sumos. Sumo should be banned. Yeah. Use the proper techniques, guys. Save yourself a lot of pain, and really nasty pain as well. So power through the legs. So I've got to be pretty happy about that, really. That's the first time I've done deadlift for 5 months. We pulled out 140 for the start of the season. Pretty good. Well done, mate. Great work. Young guy, doing a good job. Right, just gonna flip this tire. Woo. All I need is my chalk and my water, and we can go. Let's go on a little journey. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thumbs up in the vid for the audio. So what we got here is tractor tires, gorgeous. So I think what we'll do, let's come from this side. Yeah, we want to get good visuals, really good visuals. Yeah, we're just going to go up and down there. So stay tuned for this. This is magic. We love this. Quick water break. So we've done some complementary exercises today. Deadlifts, beautiful. Now for the tire flip. Another nice strength exercise with really good return on investment. And of course, be natural, stay natural. So we've got to think about recovery. We've got to think about planning strategic exercises to get optimal progress. I haven't done this for a long time. There's different size tires. Whatever gym you go to, you might have different options. So build up slowly, because the tire flips, a lot of it is about technique. A lot of it is down to technique, and make sure your area is safe so you don't trip over any leg tanglers and so on. Are we ready? So I'm going to go up and down with the tire. Quick set. Need to just clean my legs down. A bit sticky from the deadlift bar. I need as much grip as I can get on this tire, you see. So I need a towel. 1 second. So you notice as well, guys, we're not using any belts or equipment. It's all based on natural strength, natural performance, and that just takes many years of building up really good core strength, like true proper core strength, getting really thick abdominal muscles. And I'll go through this information again. So you want a bit of chalk to help. With some friction to the tire. The tire is rubber, so basically I need a bit of chalk on areas where the tire is going to hit me as well. Okay, so we're nice and warm from the deadlift, so just going to move the mic up so it doesn't get squashed. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, nice. This is full-sized tractor tire. And this is actually really nice exercise to do after you've done the deadlift, because you're nice and warm. Look at my squat. My squat on my arm, it's exactly the same technique as deadlift. Pretty much, my chest is into the tire. I drive up, get my leg and hip underneath. I drive through. Woo! And we'll come across. And each time I can tuck a different leg, a different hip under. Ooh. Ooh. That is hard work. I don't know what this weighs, probably about 100. I don't know. Anybody can tell me what a full-size track tire weighs? I need a better grip. Ooh. Ah. Let's try one more. Ah. Ooh. Yeah. Ah, that's a good set. Wow. Wow. Beautiful. So we're going to come back the other way. We'll come right back down. Flip, 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 flip. All natural strength, no equipment. It takes a long time to build that up. Don't rush. And it's nice if you can use the belts and, you know, you guys use what you want to use. But for me, I think being able to do that from a pure point of view and really appreciating and knowing your own level of strength and slowly building up that tolerance, pushing that muscle strength without any equipment or assistance, I think you get a true representation of what you really are and how strong you really are. I feel that working my quads. I feel that working my quads. I feel that working my traps, my trap muscle. Whew. And this helps, as you can see, you probably can't see it now, I've only done one set, but I've got black tire marks on my leg, and that's just from getting that hip and that knee underneath. What a beautiful day. What a gorgeous day to get strong. Beautiful day to get strong. In the sun. Strength in the sun. I've not quite got my breath back yet, so I'm not quite ready for another set. Although I feel ready, I'm going to get really tired and fatigued by like the third or fourth rep, or the third or fourth flip. So, full recovery, get your 3 minutes in. There probably is, I mentioned in the last video about oxygen debt. With this, there probably is a bit more oxygen debt. I'm probably just touching on doing a bit of aerobic work here, just a little bit. I've not hit my anaerobic threshold. I believe mine is about 6 or 7 minutes, I think I had it checked years ago. I'm sure it was about 5, 6 or 7 minutes. Hiya, mate. It's a beautiful day to get strong. Beautiful day to get strong. Come outside, yeah. So, it's not going to hit your anaerobic threshold, but it will give you a bit of oxygen debt. So, because the set is going on, I think this goes on for about a minute or two, and it's hard work, and you're using your full body. So, beautiful. It's just, once you've warmed up on the deadlift and you come to do this, everything just kicks in. Everything just really comes together. It's just so beautiful. Feel everything fired up, everything switched on. Are we ready? Big drive. 3. Ooh. Yeah. Nice and powerful. Come on! Ooh! Come on! Woo! 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 Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, nice. So, I need to breathe. I'd love to talk more and teach more, but I need to breathe. Oh, so nice. Do you want to come a bit closer? Yeah. Come on, get involved in the session. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Such a beautiful exercise. Can we zoom out a bit? No, sorry. Can't zoom out, I'm afraid, guys. Wow, gorgeous. Right in the sun. That tyre is bigger than it looks on this at this part of the video. Ah. 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 Still recovery. I need a quick water break, guys. Quick water break. Ah. Audio might go off, actually. It's a hot mic. What? It's a hot mic. Oh. I'm going to leave it here because it will interfere. I'll be back in a moment. Quick water break. Hello. Here we go. Water break. Break time's over. Play time's over. Whoa. There we go, come on. Let's get this mic up.
What, big drive?
Big drive, come on. Yeah. Ooh. It's the beauty about strength training is the guys, we always support each other. Come on. Ooh. Come on. Yeah. Fuck. Sorry about language. Come on. Flip. Come on. Yeah. One more 10. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Come on.
Come on. Right.
Yes. Thanks for your encouragement and support. 10. Beautiful. Sorry about the F-bomb. Sorry about that. I said flip. Tire flip. That's a big tire. Next time you go past the tractor, you appreciate ten flips. Come on. But that's not bad after doing the deadlifting. So we do one more round. Then we do some bench press. Oxygen debt. We'll go into more about aerobic and anaerobic respiration. We'll bring up some papers. See what the science says. Need to revise that myself as well. Physiology, biochemistry, beautiful. Sport, specific science. Sport specific training. Scientific specific training. Great work. How heavy is that? 40. 14, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Bit of explosive. Woo.
Tires quicker, but like deadlifts and stuff, getting the hips moving, get legs flying a bit, it's just good fun.
I was just saying to the guys, doing deadlift before doing this,
Yeah.
just beautiful warm up. You just feel so complimentary.
Yeah. So I noticed with yours, you're quite close, so
Yeah.
you're literally lifting it.
Go on.
Well,
Can I improve?
For me personally,
Right, can I improve?
well, I don't know, because this might be better for you the way you're doing it, which is fine.
Go on.
But I try and, rather than lift it, I
Yeah.
like drive it from here, so my feet are a bit further back. And it's almost like in rugby, you're pushing against it.
Again, open against the scrum.
Yeah.
Sound.
But it depends. Like it could work for you.
Could you just show me again? Because what I'm conscious of is if you just demonstrate your position again.
Yeah.
So what's your, see in this position here, look how flat your back is really curved.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pressure coming down there.
Yeah.
Whereas when I come in
Very straight back.
with my chest in touched, with my chest in, I drive right through the hips, the glutes and the hamstring, and my back is flush.
Yeah.
So I use my legs and my hip extenders.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So
It's hard to gauge because I obviously it feels all right, but like you're saying, you obviously see my back's a lot rounded.
yeah, in the long term,
The
yeah.
same with my deadlifts at the moment. I try and keep a straight back kind of thing, but right at the bottom, especially here, a little bit of a round at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
It's hard. That comes from hip flexibility,
Yeah.
hamstring length, quad length as well. And also, what you'll find is, with this position and your chest in, you're helping your bicep. When you're away and you're here, what you're doing is your bicep is stretched and lengthened. Because if I stand up now like that, my bicep is in this position, meaning its origin down here, and it's in the two insertions at the top are on full tension. Full tension. And all the weight is coming through my hand flexors, right through this biceps tendon. And what can happen?
Ping.
It'll pop.
For sure.
So by bringing this in here, having a little bit of flexion in the elbow, pressure against with the chest, shoulders engaged, I help my bicep.
Okay.
So there's not as much mechanical disadvantage on the length of the muscle.
I do have what's it called, but this left bicep in particular is like a bit iffy.
Does it feel a bit labile?
Yeah, like you know, I manage okay, but like especially stuff like sandbags and stuff after a while, it's a little bit of ache kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't think of that at all. Yeah.
And
it does put a lot, especially here. It does, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of tension. And what's the other exercise we do this? And you see the guys in the gym doing this, and they're doing biceps with the cables.
Like that.
And they're going like that, and they're loading up quite heavy. Yeah. And the issue is you're bringing your bicep to a completely disadvantaged position where these two tendons come over the bone here, and they work to lever, to give it an advantage, to make it easier to rotate the hand and flex the elbow. And if you're coming up into this position, all the tension is on the tendons. None of that tension is dispersed over the bone, over the head of the bone, to give it that advantage. If it's completely taut, you're like pinging a guitar string under tension as well. And they do this, and they think their biceps are going to get huge. They're not. They're not going to grow at all. It might be nice to tone, but very, very, very light, mega light. And they're putting on 15, 20 kilos. And they're like this.
And it's like, I mean, especially like, I do a lot of strongman, especially in strongman, it's like the weakest point is your bicep.
It's the weakest bicep. I've just had this discussion earlier about when I was doing deadlift. Because one of the questions in the chat from the last stream was, during the strength season, I don't do any isolation work, but I do isolation work on the biceps and a couple of other areas as well, abs, calves. But the bicep in particular, I prepare it because it's got to, not from a hypertrophy bodybuilding point of view, but from a strength point of view, it's actually very vulnerable during the deadlift. So when you're doing the strength, you know, you're going to use it for your atlas carry. I don't use overhand, underhand. No, I don't. No.
Double overhand.
I like double overhand.
Yeah, I'm the same.
All the way.
The strap. If you can't pick it up, just put your straps on.
Put your straps on, or it's too heavy.
In it.
Drop, you know where you go, kind of thing.
For sure.
But overhand all the way. This position again. What are you doing? You're putting that taut tension.
So many people do it. Like,
you're putting taut tension all over all on that biceps, long head of biceps.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
From the origin.
Same with this, like with that. It makes sense when I'm doing that. It's the same position essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you get a lot closer.
Yeah, right in.
It's more, rather than like lifting up the arms, it's just like a hook, essentially.
It's a hook, exactly. Because it's there to hook and to stabilise, not to do any work. I'm going to do another set.
Go for it.
What's your name?
Ollie.
Ollie, great to have a good discussion with you. I'm James.
James, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you.
I hope to see you around because I'll be doing a lot more strength stuff. Yeah? Good. Right, I'm going to do another set.
Go ahead.
Ooh. Ooh. Gorilla strength. Drive through those hips. Those abs switched on. Woo. Get that hip in. Ooh. Come on, smooth. Ooh. Come on.
Come on. Go.
Yeah. Come on, one more.
Big power. Go.
Nice. Yeah. Wow. One more. Yeah. That's it.
Good stuff. Did these the other day? They're brutal, man. They are really brutal, like the fact
Yeah. Get those hips low. Just a bit of hip flexibility.
Yeah.
Depth.
This hip in particular, I don't know what the issue is, but it's really effective with squats. Like it's, if I'm doing, I don't know what the exercise is called, but especially these, like there, it's quite painful. Like the sort of outside a little bit.
Yeah.
So it normally takes a good sort of 5-10 minutes to warm up into it, but after about 10 minutes sort of thing, it's all right then. But yeah, my hips in particular,
Yeah.
they're not best. But,
Got no lower back problems?
it's not a brilliant lower back.
It's not coming from your lower back though, is it, the pain?
No, it's
Fine.
all from here kind of thing. No, I used to have a bit of pain in my lower back.
Yeah.
I saw a physio, one of the two, I saw one of the two, and he's helped it quite a lot. I still get, especially after a lot of training,
Yeah.
I get it's more than a pump kind of thing on my back, but like it goes then. But my hip in particular is very, it's a bit iffy, like for sure.
A few niggly tweaks, injuries, little things, yeah.
I mean, this, the thing with like, it's not a good thing to have, but obviously it's the thing that comes with kind of strength sports.
Yeah.
But they're just, I'm managing okay at the moment.
Yeah.
Take my time with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay at listening to my body kind of thing, If something's hurting, I'll stop.
Good man, be sensible.
Which is good. But,
yeah, listen to your body.
It's really effective with squats. A shit squat.
Could be your quad then. Is it a quad muscle?
Quad.
Yeah, top of the quad. The quad's a hip flexor as well, you see. Ooh.
Maybe, I'm not sure to be honest. I don't know the best way to go about having a check, to be honest.
Yeah. You'll manage. You should do some bench press. I think it's time for some bench press. We'll do some bench press. Are you deadlifting here, Ollie?
Yeah, I will be. Yeah,
Are you? That's great. I might need your help. Might need a spot from you, actually. Do you know what? I never know if that's level. Yeah, it looks level.
that one's higher.
It's a bit higher, isn't it? I never know till I put the bar on. Right, so bench times. Woo. Okay, so need to get a bar. Okay, here we go. So get my bag, get a bench press bar. So if the audio cuts off, it's taking a little journey. Bench. We need a bar, we get a bar. Bar, bar, bar. Bar time. Whew. There might be just enough clearance. Just enough. I might
You swap around,
go the other way. Should we go from the other side? Ollie, that's, no, you can, yeah. Yeah. Good thinking, you're a thinking man. Think out.
Smart, not hard, isn't it?
Think outside. Outside. I've done it again. I think I've done it again. Awesome. Are we any better? I don't know if it's any better. Yeah, that's better. Cheers, mates. Just getting settled for the bench. Ease ourselves in. Come from a different angle. From this side. Lovely jubbly. Excuse me. Hiya. Can I pinch that bench, please?
I'm just using it for one last
Oh yeah, sound. So the lady's just warming up. She's warming up on the bench. So we'll just warm up the shoulders. Warm up shoulders and biceps. Okay. Shoulders should be nice and warm. I'm doing those deadlifts, tire flips. We get the chest nice and warm, nice and stretched. There's no harm in stretching out the chest a little bit. Doorway is nice. Doorway stretch, always nice. For the pec, got to watch the shoulder. Open the shoulder joint out. Bench time. Thank you, appreciate it. Do you want a hand pointing this away?
No, I got that.
Sure.
Thank you though.
Appreciate, thank you. Here we go. Missing piece of the jigsaw. Nice. So another three very basic classic exercises today that are really going to be having a huge return on investment for you to get stronger. Now, it's good being strong, guys, but you've got to stay in shape as well. It's about being in shape. Now, I respect the strong guys out there. Yeah, you can lift a lot heavier than me. Yeah, fantastic. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. But if you want to get strong, I also want to look athletic. I also want to look like I'm in shape. Now, I appreciate what you do. I respect what you do. But I want to remain strong and athletic looking. I don't want to look like, you know, huge, puffy, big belly, round shape. I don't want to look like that, guys, you know? So I respect what you do. I know you're stronger, you're amazing. I'm sure you've had some assistance achieving those levels of results as well. But this is a natural development, it's a natural audience. So it's about realistic expectations as well as achievable goals for people who train naturally and normal and want to stay in shape and remain looking athletic and remain fit and looking good. So I want to look like, can look strong, look thick and look powerful, but I want to make sure that I remain in shape. So I think that's a bit low. I think those hooks are a bit low. Yeah, it's a bit low. And again, you know, this is the first time, this is the first time I've done this for a long time. So again, I spent the summer bodybuilding, doing loads of cardio, doing loads of high reps and, you know, burning the muscle and getting the real pump on. Dropped about 6 kilos or so. A lot of good cardio. So I don't know what my target will be. It's probably going to be just over 100. We'll see, you know, maybe 110. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. So it's about getting strong, it's about getting bigger, it's about getting thicker muscle, really thick, strong, dense muscle that's powerful and strong and explosive, but staying in shape as well, all right? That's the message. So that's why I said at the start of the stream, I said if you're a guy or a girl, whatever your age, whatever your attributes or demographics, your muscles will get bigger and you'll get stronger, but you won't get that bulky look. You won't go like ballooned. You will remaining athletic if you train properly, and if your diet is good. You will remaining athletic. You'll stay powerful. You'll stay explosive. And you'll stay fit for all sports, you know. I could leave the gym now and I could go swimming. I could do some cycling. I don't know about climbing. Like rock climbing is a different animal. Like I'm really strong and everything, my grip, but then you go rock climbing and then you really learn how strong you are. But respect to those guys as well. They are super strong hand grip, back muscles, shoulder, amazing. So probably apart from rock climbing, rock climbing is really hard, but swimming, cycling, surfing, running, any kind of other sport event, you know, rugby, football, sports and racket games, you're in shape and you're fit to go and do those things, as well as be strong in the gym and be powerful and explosive. So, you know, you don't want to be huge and bulky like some of those guys out there. You know what I'm talking about. They just look like they're not even in shape, but they're super strong, but they're not in shape. You know, are they ready to go and do other sports? Is their fitness transferable? Is their strength and power transferable? Or is it just in one plane of movement for one specific exercise? I like to stay quite dynamic. I like to make sure that It's transferable strength as well, transferable attributes. Anyway, more weight. Put some 20s on because we are nice and warm. We're already nice and warm, so this will be the last exercise as well. So I only like to do 3 exercises during the session. Because if you're working hard enough and you're working optimally, 3 should be enough. Like, your strength will go up, your recovery as well, which is equally important. Your recovery will be optimal because you're training again in another 48 hours. Do you know what I mean? So it's Sunday now, I'll be training again on Tuesday. So, or maybe Tuesday or Wednesday this week, it depends on my schedule. So still warming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, still warming up, nice and warm. I feel nice and warm actually, and I should feel nice and warm after the other exercises, but that feels really nice. So we'll get a little bit more weight on. We'll go up to 80. More weight, a little bit more weight, but not too much. Enough to be sensible. I need to just break off, get some 10s. There's no 10s in here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You've joined at the bench press. You've missed a couple of beautiful exercises though, so if you do get a chance to flick back through the episode, this episode, there's other episodes as well. It's been some fantastic thumbs up in the video. Thanks, guys. Nice thumbs up. So remember, if there's any questions and chat, feel free to join in. But what I usually do is, I've got to focus on the session. I've got to focus on the session. So I will read the chat. I do read the chat, and then I will get back to it. I usually get back to any questions and stuff in the next live stream. And if there's anything particular that I need to research or look up or learn more about, I'll get back to it in a future episode, in a future stream. So remember, stay athletic, stay strong, powerful, and athletic. You know, like I say, I respect those guys, strong men. They do all their stuff, but I wanna look like I go to the gym as well. You know, I wanna have that thickness and that physique, looking powerful, looking thick, looking full. Those muscles looking full. Beautiful. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do quite like, being able to stay aerobically fit as well, but still being able to run, still being able to carry. As you put on weight, as you carry more muscle mass, still having the ability to carry that muscle mass and still be powerful and explosive and run and be athletic and look amazing and feel amazing, stay injury free. And I respect again, so that you've got this, dedicated strong guys. I respect what they do, but I don't want to look like I'm not in shape. I want to look like I'm in shape. Full, powerful, thick, and much respect to the guys that do all the aesthetic stuff and the physiques type stuff. Respect to them, but doesn't look very healthy. They don't look thick. They haven't got that thickness, particularly in some of the abs, in some of the lower back, in the chest. I think they miss a lot in the legs. I think they miss a lot of basic fundamental classic compound movements. They don't look very healthy. I think a lot of them get a lot of injuries. They get a lot of lower back problems, don't they? Because a lot of them don't do the deadlifts. You barely see them do the bench or the deadlift. They don't really do the squats. They do Smith machine squats. I wouldn't do any squats on the Smith machine, to be honest. Natural biomechanical movements, doing natural body weight squats with the barbell. You can't beat it, you know. Those guys, you know, some of them take substances. The aesthetic guys, they take substances. They take water tablets like diuretics to remove water from the body. Respect to them if that's for you, but you're playing with your health, you're playing with your liver, you're playing with your kidneys, you're playing with your endocrine system. I don't want none of that. We don't want none of that business, you know. So I think in the long term, it's going to have effects on your health. And there's good evidence for that as well. So a lot of guys get problems, you know, but they won't tell you about it. So if something was, I promote healthy exercise, natural healthy exercise, scientifically backed up. And if those guys are trying to sell you programs and tell you to do things and take certain substances, say no. Absolutely say no. I mean, if what they're doing is so healthy, why are they going to have a blood test every week? Why are they going to have a blood test every month to check what their hematocrit is like, check what their viscosity, how thick their blood is, what their blood cell count is? Why are they having to do that every month if it's so healthy, you know? You're at risk of a stroke, you're at risk of a heart attack, you're at risk of liver and kidney failure. You don't want any of that business. Nah. We train for the long term here. We train to get nice and thick, nice and healthy looking, nice and athletic. Those guys looking healthy, man. It's not a nice look. Looking dehydrated all the time, you know. Since when was that okay? I don't want to look dehydrated. I want to look healthy. I want to look strong, you know. But respect to them. Respect for what they do as well. As long as they're enjoying themselves and they're having a good time, I respect them. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. If that market is for you, fantastic. Well done. Amazing. I'm here for the long term, you know. Anyway, I shall be quiet now. But you will see a lot of things. I mentioned in the last live stream actually about gimmicks. Some guy trying to say don't use safety clips and stuff like that. I was like, what? There was a guy many years ago. I remember I was in London, training in London, and he was trying to sell me this gimmick. Everyone's got a gimmick. Everyone's got an edge on how they're going to do something different, do something amazing, game changer, you know. And he said to me, oh, you know, if you want to get some more growth and more progress. I said, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, you want to eat baby food? I was like, what? What, like breastfeed? Like baby food, like milk? He's like, nah, you want baby food, like little jars of stuff? I was like, nah, mate, I'll just eat a steak. But he was trying to say, you know, baby food has some nutritional advantage for people who lift weights. Baby food had some kind of edge, some kind of, you know, I was like, nah, I don't think so. I think baby food is for babies. Sure, it's probably got, you know, fortified vitamins and iron in it. I'm sure it's extremely well regulated and well checked by the Food Standards Agency and so on. But I don't think it's going to give you a competitive advantage to get stronger and build muscle and be healthy in the long term by eating baby food. So these are the kind of things that you'll hear, and it's just ridiculous. So show me the evidence for it. You know what I mean? Baby food's okay. I mean, madness. So I'm going to go up to 100 now. I think that's a good 2 or 3 minute rest, don't you? So yeah, these guys are, honestly, there's no shortcuts to success, man. Absolutely none. And enjoy the journey as well. Enjoy the ride of like getting stronger and having little setbacks and like, you know, having to drop the weight sometimes because your technique is faltering. Like, enjoy it. But like I say, you know, respect to those guys. Congratulations to those guys. But it's not a look that I want to achieve, and it's not an outcome. It's not a health outcome in the long term that I want to attain. It's not a health outcome in the long term that I want to achieve. I want to be really fit and healthy when I'm older, you know. I don't want to be on bloody kidney dialysis or having problems with my liver or having problems with my hormones, having problems with my fertility, you know. A lot of these guys take these crazy substances, injecting crazy, you know, anabolic stuff. And what's the fancy name now? Don't call it anabolic steroids anymore, do they? They're still known as anabolic steroids, but They're called, they give this new fancy name now called performing enhancing drugs, PEDs. Try to give it some fancy spin, you know, make it sound better, make it sound more politically correct. What a load of nonsense. You know, you're going to play around with your fertility. You're going to play around with your heart attack, you know, potential heart attack, stroke. Forget about it, man. Some guys are trying to cut corners to shorten your lifespan and take a gamble. I'm not into taking gambles, you know. Not a gambler. Not when it comes to health. Are we ready for another set? Should I get some clips on there? Should I practice what I preach? I should. Do you need any clips? Oh, have you finished? Thank you, mate. Nice one, mate. Thank you. Do you know what, Ollie? Ollie, might have a spot from you. Is that okay? Thank you, mate. Ollie's a nice guy. Just met him today. He's natural. Doing strongman stuff. I like to see that. Natural guy. Hard work, working hard. He is. Thanks for tuning in, guys. The world's most unwatched live stream, but with the best content, of course. Right, Ollie, I don't know what the plan is, mate, because I've not done it for a long, long time.
Okay.
But I did it the other day for a little bit of a trial, a little bit of a pre-strength season prep, and I was all right on 100.
Oh, okay.
So I might actually go a little bit heavier after this, but...
Just one?
No. So probably going to do 5 to 6 reps, 7 reps.
Okay.
The main thing that I need help with is just the unhooking, because
Yeah.
that is a very vulnerable,
Yeah.
unnatural position for the shoulder, especially when it's loaded up. So if you be so kind and grip it in the middle, lift up as high as you can go, and then let me fight. When I'm done, help me to hook it back on.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Fantastic.
Give me like a countdown.
I'll give you a grunt. I'll give you a couple of grunts. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Big lift. My bar. Good. We're all right on that side, aren't we? We're clear, are we?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. That's good. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, because I know that I know that I'm warm.
Yeah.
I've got a few left in the tank. I feel safe. I probably go a little bit heavier, optimize the weight, and get my 5 reps out, 5, 6 sets. Yeah. So I might go just a touch heavier. Might go 110.
I was going to say 105, 110.
Yeah, looks nice. So again, that's the trial and error that you need to check on, that you're going to, because then you know where you are, you see. Where are we now? Do you know what? I reckon 110. Ollie reckons 105. Should we compromise and go 107 and a half? How about that? I think that's going to be a nice weight. A couple of 1.25s. I haven't got any 2.5s. Oh yeah, there we go. So there's 105, 106, 107.5. Can we do 110? How are we feeling? Yeah, do you know what? I think we could do 110, you know. I think we're sensible. And do you know what? If it's too heavy, if 110 is not achievable, what do? No ego. We drop it down. And we say, do you know what? 110 was just asking a little bit too much of us. But I think we can do it. 2.5, 5. That's what we'll have to do. So there we go. Yeah, we're going to do 110. So there's 2 20s and a 5 on there. That's 45 on that side, 45 on this side. And then the bar weighs 20, so it's an Olympic bar, so 20 kilos standard. And that means there's 110 in total. So we get Ollie to help us, remember, we get a spotter. And quick water break. A little bit more chalk on the hands. So this is the last exercise. We'll do a few sets on this, then we'll finish off. Oh. There we go. Fantastic. Bit of bench. So if you're just joining, we're at 110. Not done this for a long time, so still warming up though, guys, still warming up. Still warming up, still getting ready. A little bit of chalk going on. Ollie's gonna help us. I met Ollie today. Sensible gentleman. All around nice guy. Are we ready? Are we ready, mate? So 5 reps.
Yeah. Same again.
No help. Nice and focused. Let me fight.
Yeah.
If I turn purple and die, might want to step in. But if I'm struggling, let me fight.
Oh,
5 reps, no touch.
you have to lift off though, yeah?
Lift off will be fantastic. Yeah, nice lift off. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Big pull. Perfect. Beautiful.
Your bar.
Ah, smooth.
Yep, good legs right there. Come on.
2, 3. Oh,
Next rep now. Come on.
5. Yes. Woo. Beautiful. See, that is just so fantastic. Thanks, mate. Yes. Smooth. Felt nice and safe. Yeah, nice, man. Nice place to start. So, just judging that, gauging that, you know, I probably could go a little bit heavier. However, we have got more sets to get through. So we've got to think, you know, it's all right doing that now for the first set and going, oh, it's dead easy, yeah. And you'll see, I've had guys like say, oh, you know, first set was dead easy, mate. Put some more weight on, yeah, you could do more. Yeah, do you know what, I probably could do more, but you know what? When you get to the, so I need to breathe as well. I always need to breathe, might be a good idea. When you get to the 3rd, 4th, 5th set, then it really starts taking its toll. Then you really start, you know, getting found out. So it's all right if it's easy at the first and you might want to pile on more weight, but actually, can you work through all your sets, all your reps, and still be having good form, good technique by the time you come to the 4th and 5th and 6th set? Can you do that? So don't be tempted to just throw on, if the first set was dead easy, remember you're still warming up, you're still getting charged up neurologically, and like, although the first set was dead easy, smooth, congratulations, you know, the whole world goes crazy and they're like, wow, amazing. Actually, when you come to do that again on the 2nd set, and again on the 3rd set, and again on the 4th set, and again on the 5th set, you are going to really start feeling how strong you are. So it's always best to be patient and not get carried away at like the first sign of, you know, success and a successful lift. And the first set was amazing, but let's see if you can do that consistently over the next few sets. So I'm gonna have a 3-minute break. Well, another 2-minute A minute and a half because I've been chit chatting. But I told you I'll be black. I'm covered in black soot from the tire. Absolutely filthy. So, but yeah, stay athletic, guys. You'll be prepared for anything with this type of training. You'll be ready to do anything. You're ready to perform. So, almost ready. Whew. This is the bench press as well is gonna hit your shoulders as like secondary stabilizer muscle. It's gonna hit your triceps, but primarily it's gonna hit your pectoralis major, pectoralis minor. A little bit of serratus anterior if you push through, a little bit, not much. If you protract the shoulder. So medial and lateral pectoral nerves supply the pectoralis major, pectoralis minor. I've seen pecs tear. A friend of mine tore his pec on the incline bench. Just going too heavy basically. So respect the weight. Respect that the pectoralis major muscle and minor muscle are very small muscles. They can grow to look extremely hypertrophic and extremely aesthetic, but you've got to be very careful of the insertion over here on the medial aspect of the humerus, and particularly where the muscle blends into a tendon. You don't want to get a tear down there. You've got sternal fibers, you've got clavicular or collarbone fibers of the pectoralis major as well. So you're working across two origins. That's why we may want to do flat bench, and we also may want to do some incline bench as well to get that shelf across the top, which is a beautiful look, especially if it looks nice and powerful. But at the moment, we need to focus on getting pure, thorough pec chest strength doing the flat bench, okay? We can incorporate and involve a little bit of incline later on, but we want to get strong throughout all of our upper body, and the flat one is the best way to do it. And you will grow, all areas of the pec will still grow, but the finishing touches that we'll add on later on, doing the incline stuff, where there's no rush for that. Right, I'm going to do another set anyway. Ollie, are you about to do another set? Thank you, mate. Woo.
Same again.
Yes, please, mate. Splendid. Woo. Here we go. 110. Here we go. Nice big lift. 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. 1, 2, 3.
Come on. Good rep now. Big leg drive.
5. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks. Woo. Perfect. So the beauty there is, technique-wise, you're coming down to your nipples. Really nice. Elbows nice and back. Yeah, you don't have your elbows up here because you're going to get a shoulder impingement. You have your elbows coming down. Remember, stabilize your shoulder blades, also known as the scapula. The Latin word and the anatomical word is scapula. Scapulothoracic plane or scapulothoracic joint is where the shoulder blade sits on the chest wall at the back. And you want to brace that and position that nicely to open your chest up. As you come through, that will open up the shoulders, allow your elbows and chest to stretch back a little bit, cross that nipple line, and we're driving right through. You can drive right through in a kind of arc type position, which is nice and natural, nice and safe. Do not bounce the bar off your chest at all. If you're bouncing the bar, you're getting no benefit in this range of the movement here because you're just bouncing through that end range of movement. And also, you want to make sure that you are going all the way down. If you're only managing to go halfway and there's inches, half an inch, 2 inches between the bar and your chest at the lowest point before you start to push up. If there's space there, guys, it's too heavy. If your body and your brain is telling you, I'm afraid of this weight because it's too heavy and I don't want to go all the way down, it's too heavy. because it feels dangerous, it feels vulnerable. So just lighten the weight. Again, no ego, lighten the weight. Get it to a weight that's achievable, that you can do and not bounce the weight, and you can get full stretch. And your shoulders feel nice and secure. Your scapula and your shoulder blades feel nice and secure. So that's the second set. So I'm gonna do 3 more, then I'm finished. Because I think that's a wonderful session. That's a really nice session, really tidy, really safe. Beautiful. Whew. Well done. So we're at about, it's going about an hour and a half or so. And I did a little warm up. So yeah, about an hour and a half. That's pretty good for a strength session. 3 exercises, about half an hour on each exercise. Half an hour, 25 minutes, half an hour on each exercise. Very nice. Optimal workout. Plus as well, I'm presenting and I'm talking as well, so. But as I get used to presenting and as I get used to delivery style, I guess I'll get more efficient. So, right, I think we're almost ready for another set. Woo. Yes, please. Yeah, please, Ollie. Thanks, mate. Same again. Here we go, nice and tight. Three, 2, 1. Perfect. Yours. 1, 2, 3.
Come on.
4.
Best one, that last one. Drive.
Yes. Woohoo. Cheers, mate. That feels nice. It feels safe. It feels secure. Yes. So we're happy with that. So just 2 more sets. And that's nice. Remember, if you've not done an exercise for a while, you may feel a bit rusty. You may feel that you need, you might be a bit more sore than usual. I think I emphasized that quite well in the last live stream regarding you don't always need to. So I will leave the gym now feeling quite energized, feeling strong, feeling like I'm not going to, but if I could, I would feel like I could do that session again. You don't want to leave the gym for this type of training I'm talking about. You don't really, to get strong and get nice and thick and nice and stay, you can sometimes leave the gym feeling energized, feeling amazing, You're not necessarily going to be leaving the gym feeling completely flat, completely burned, completely pumped. You'll know you've had a workout and you'll certainly feel some recovery the next day. But by the time you hit your next session, you should be feeling good, You should be well recovered. Optimized recovery, good sleep, good diet, can't beat it. No shortcuts to success, So I think I've got about another minute. We'll do another set. Feeling powerful all the way through, feel beautiful, feel really nice, Hopefully it's not too dark, I think it's nice here. That's the thing, when you're recording, you've got to be quite conscious of lights and positions and shadows and so on. So, of course, you want the stream to look nice, so you guys can see and learn as well. And it's got to be comfortable to watch, you know. If the optics aren't quite right, then. Okay, another 30 seconds. About 20 seconds or so.
Same again?
Yes, please. So I've got this and probably just one more. This and then one more. But if you're not here, don't worry.
Oh, I'm around, yeah.
Oh, you'll be around?
Some light stuff, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yep, my bad. 1, 2, 3.
Come on. Big drive. Big drive, come on.
5. Yes. So that's getting. Thanks, Ollie. See, by the 4th and 5th set, that starts to get tough now.
Yeah.
But it looked very, smooth and very easy at the start, first couple of sets. But it does, when you work through all the weight and all the sets, it really,
It's done today as well.
Well,
much pressing, but still, like,
yeah.
body fatigue in general.
Yeah, well, I was just saying actually to the stream actually that generally, to get stronger and to get benefit, you should actually leave the session feeling quite energized. You shouldn't really feel completely blitzed.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to feel pumped. Don't necessarily have to feel, burned out. But here with this now, the other exercise I did deadlift, and then I did the tire flip, and then the bench. So usually I do 2 main exercises and a complementary exercise, but I felt today doing deadlift and bench was quite important. So I would say deadlift and bench were my 2 main exercises today, and I would say the tire flip was a supplementary thing. And then on other days, if you do a squat and a bench or a squat and a deadlift or whatever, your supplementary exercise might be your military press, or it might be something else, whatever it may be, abs, whatever. And then if you're doing another day where you're doing bench and chin-ups, you might want to go off and, I don't know, you might want to go do your shoulders, but there'll always be 2 main exercises with a complementary exercise to strengthen. Like we mentioned, working, I think last time I was here, I did squats, chin-ups, and then some bicep curls, and the bicep curls are the supplementary. So they'll be working when I'm doing the chins, but also it's then
Just some isolate, just to make sure, worst case, the way I think of it as well, I'm not too knowledgeable, but the way I think of it, and a lot of times at the end of a session, I'll do a bit of a pump, just get some blood in there. Just to get some blood around the muscles, because they might be a bit worn out, just a bit of a light pump session, just to get some blood in there.
Does that work for you?
Just even if it's just a placebo kind of thing, just to get some bit of blood in there, and me knowing now, it's full of blood, good to recover kind of thing. But today I've got did some heavy deadlifts. I'm going to do some nice light sort of stiff legs, and then
nice, yeah.
stones outside there.
Stones, the Atlas stones, beautiful. Yeah, they've got some good equipment here now. So
that's similar to yours today. Now you've got your deadlift and your bench. My main 2 today are Atlas stones.
Deadlift, Atlas stones. Nice. Yeah.
It's good fun, man.
Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? Glad you enjoy it.
I enjoy strength training a lot. It's
Great.
It's just different, like, especially
Nothing like it.
stuff. It's just, you got tire flips, fucking it's a bit different.
Yeah, it's nice, man. I enjoy it so much.
Yeah, do you compete at all?
No, just for fun.
Just fun.
Yeah, they had a competition here a few weeks ago, so maybe next year I'll take part. I don't know, but I think to be honest, if I went into a competition, I think I'd have to know it was a level playing field.
Yeah.
Those guys that are on the enhancement drugs, let's say steroids, whatever you want to call them, they're at a huge advantage. A guy coming in like me, who's natural, just doing it for fun, it's not a level playing field. So I'm happy to take part. I think it's going to be more of a personal achievement, personal goal. I'm more than happy to do that. So I might join in the competition next year. We'll see.
Yeah, well,
but just fun.
I did the competition. I only had a couple of days prep for it. But I also did BNSF, the Natural Federation.
Oh, good, right.
So it's all tested.
Is it tested as
Yeah,
well?
it's all tested stuff.
Oh, good.
basically.
Yeah.
It was Wales Strongest Man like I did this year. It was good fun actually.
It was Wales Strongest Man as well, the
Wales,
competition.
So it was under 105 kilo category.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was the tested Wales Strongest Man. I got fifth in it, so not bad.
So what if you're under 105 kilos? What is the average for somebody squat, bench, and deadlift in that competition? What are they pushing and pressing?
So bench is a bit of a difficult one because they don't really do it. The average sort of press was, I'd say, maybe 110
Log. And then what about squat?
I'd say the 200s, 250, like 200 to 220, that kind of range.
Right.
Too average.
Yeah.
My squat's terrible on the side. And then deadlift as well, 2 to 250. My max is 220.
Right.
My mate won it. He won every event and didn't do the last events he won.
At a rest.
Like the average, because of him, he won a 300 kilo deadlift on a day,
Yeah.
So the average really does spread out a bit with him, but
I see.
I'd say so around there. Like you said, it's a bit of personal gain.
Personal gains, personal goals.
Fun, really
Good fun.
And
Yeah, just do it for fun.
It's such a good sport to compete. Like everyone sort of cheer each other on, help each other. It's such a good sport. I think.
Last set, please. Thanks, Ollie. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. 1.
Come on, good presses, man.
2, 3, 5.
Come on, fight it now. Come on.
5, yeah. Woo. Right, awesome. Thanks, mate. Thanks for your help. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Right, that is it, guys. That was hard, but good, fun, enjoyable. Just tidy away. Okay, so thanks for joining. And so today we did a little bit of deadlift, tire flip, bench, talked through a lot of principles. Safety first. Right, guys, thanks for joining. We'll be back Wednesday this week. For more live lifts. So thanks, guys. So we'll be back Wednesday this week. More live lifts, more education, more research, more tips and tricks. I'll look at some of the papers as well, some of the research, and definitely going to do a few more reviews of scientific, evidence-based training principles. And that's it, really. I need a shower and I'm going to recover and get some good food. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you later.